The center position in the NBA has undergone a lot of changes. Once the premier position in the league for decades, the emergence of the three-point shot diminished the importance of the five. Now, the center position has undergone a resurgence. A center has won the MVP in each of the last 3 seasons, and a number of the best players in the league play the position. The revival has made the position highly sought after and, therefore, highly paid. Here are the 10 highest paid centers in the NBA in 2023-24 season. In number 10, Clint Capella, $20,616,000 per year. With the re-emergence of the center position has come a new way the position is played. Centers used to camp out in the painted area and had the role of scoring with their back to the basket on offense and protecting the rim on defense. While these are still vital traits for a center, the position is asked to do much more than that in the modern NBA. However, Clint Capella fits the bill for more of a throwback big. Capella doesn't bring much shooting touch, and he can't do much with the ball in his hands in terms of creating. He is a great play finisher and solid rim protector though. Year in and year out, Capella is towards the tops in the league for field goal percentage. This is because he is a great dunker and alley-oop finisher. While this may leave a little to be desired, Capella still provides an important role. His play finishing ability is enhanced by having Trae Young as his point guard, one of the best lob throwers in basketball. In number 9, Miles Turner, $20,975,000. While Capella doesn't have a modern skill set, Miles Turner is a perfect example of a modern-day center. Despite this, Turner finds himself in trade rumors seemingly on a yearly basis, surprising since the big man has such a coveted skill set. Turner is one of the best three-point shooting bigs in the NBA. On the other end, he is a premier shot blocker who has led the league in blocked shots twice. The Indiana Pacers are expected to be one of the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA this season, and Miles Turner is a big reason why. He also seems to finally be a part of the Pacers' long-term plans. He and the Pacers agreed to a 2-year, $58 million extension to his deal in January. In number 8, Brook Lopez, $25 million. Brook Lopez has lived in both worlds as a center. Lopez is the New Jersey/Brooklyn Nets all-time leading scorer, predominantly as an interior scorer with good shooting touch around the basket. He was never a part of an all-defensive team during his time with the Nets. In his older days, Lopez transformed his play style, becoming an elite three-point shooter and perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Few players have made such a drastic transition to keep up with the times and thrived like Lopez. He will be a key piece on the new-look Milwaukee Bucks that became an instant super team with the acquisition of Damian Lillard. In number 7, DeAndre Ayton, $32,459,438. DeAndre Ayton is a former number 1 overall draft pick who was never able to reach his fullest potential with the Phoenix Suns. Due to the presence of superstars like Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and Kevin Durant, Ayton's role has always been limited on the team. The Suns asked him to be a screen setter and roll man, but Ayton has the talent to do so much more than that. With more freedom, he will now be able to display his self-creation ability and shooting touch on his new team, the Portland Trail Blazers. Ayton was a part of the Damian Lillard trade. The Trail Blazers are in rebuild mode, and Ayton will be one of the franchise cornerstones going forward. In number 6, Bam Adebayo, $32,600,060. Bam Adebayo is another player who fits the mold of a modern-day center. He has helped the Miami Heat make 2 finals appearances in the last handful of seasons because of his advanced skill set. On the less glamorous side of the ball, Adebayo is one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. He is undersized for a center at 6 foot 9 inches, but his strength and leaping ability let him control the paint. While his jump shot leaves something to be desired, Adebayo has shown flashes of extending his range. What he lacks as a jump shooter, he makes up for as a good passer and great roll man. In number 5, Karl-Anthony Towns, $36,016,200. Karl-Anthony Towns is the best three-point shooting big of all time. One of the centers to truly revolutionize the game, the former number 1 overall pick had a down season last year. He struggled to adjust to playing alongside another center in Rudy Gobert, and then Towns dealt with an injury that kept him out of the majority of the Minnesota Timberwolves games last season. The presence of Gobert means that Towns may be more of a power forward these days, and he certainly has the skill set to thrive at that position, but he has spent nearly his whole career as a center. For that reason, the $36 million man is listed as a center on this list. Towns' time playing the 5 may dwindle even more after the Wolves sign Naz Reid. In number 4. Anthony Davis, $40,600,080. At times, Anthony Davis has said he prefers to play the power forward position, but last season, he embraced playing the 5. While his already injury-vulnerable body may take more of a beating playing center, his skill set is perfect for exploiting mismatches at the position. With many centers incapable of playing perimeter defense, Davis's advanced skill set away from the basket can either expose poor defenders or open up the paint for his teammates. Defensively, Davis is able to guard both in the paint and on the perimeter, a valuable skill set in an NBA game that is getting more and more spacious. In number 3, Rudy Gobert, $41 million. Rudy Gobert's fit alongside with Karl-Anthony Towns in Minnesota. Playing 2 centers is kind of the opposite of where the NBA is trending, but Gobert still has 2 more years and a player option on his $205 million deal. Gobert's numbers also slipped last year, especially in the shot-blocking department. Gobert will need a bounce-back season and to regain his form as the league's premier shot blocker if the experiment is to work in Minnesota. In number 2, Joel Embiid, $47,607,350. Joel Embiid is the embodiment of what a modern-day center looks like. Embiid is a physical freak who can dominate inside and swat away shots, but he also extends his game past the paint. Embiid can shoot the ball or take a defender off the dribble and create on his own. Few if any, centers have had such an advanced handle and the confidence to use it in-game. This of course, landed Embiid the MVP award last season. While he has all of the talent in the world, injuries have been a consistent issue throughout the center's career. He also hasn't found much playoff success, never making it past the second round in the Eastern Conference. And in number 1, Nikola Jokic, $47,607,350. You can't overstate how gifted Nikola Jokic is as a basketball player. His 27.65 per trails only Michael Jordan all time. The center somehow combines being the best passing big man ever with an unmatched shooting touch. He is a highlight waiting to happen and sees the floor better than anybody. All of that culminated in 2023 championship victory. The Joker signed a 5-year, $264 million Supermax contract in the 2022 offseason, and he is worth every penny for the Denver Nuggets. He and the Nuggets have aspirations of becoming a dynasty, and Jokic is locked up in Denver for long enough that he may be able to pull it off.